So, hi, Ewan and Rowan. We have been pretty busy this week actually getting everything done for you and trying to really push this on. So, I've got quite a lot to go through with you. So, I thought this might be the easiest way to actually explain it. So, hopefully, you can see my cursor on the screen as well. So, we'll just go through the drawings. Like I said, there's quite a bit to show you. So, um, this is the first drawing. It's towards the end of the pack. So this is your site plan showing the contours and what you can see in the red outline is your site, and within that is your house. So at the moment we've obviously not been out to site with you, so we've just kind of taken our best efforts at where your house would sit and where it would sit well in terms of planning compliance, where it would sit well in terms of your privacy to your neighbours and things like that. So I think there's merit in that, but I'll come on to that if sort of further down the line. The next drawing probably to look at from there is your site plan. So this is a bit more of a blown up version basically of a cutout of the other drawing. So the red is your site, that's the road leading up to your house. And this setting positioning here is designed to give you views out to the south, driveway to the north, and to try and keep that driveway as small as possible because it's a requirement of planning and it needs to have these parking spaces, so we can't not do that. Other things you're seeing on this drawing are initial first thoughts on drainage layouts for you and rainwater soakaways and things. These are all things that need to be considered for our planning approval as well, plus things like drying greens, bin storage, stuff like that, with the decking out to the other side. So again, this is just a starter for 10 to give you a feel for things and what could be more than anything else. I think we've gone a bit further with this than we would ordinarily in a week, but I just wanted to keep that momentum going. So the next drawing probably from that to look at is the roof plan. So there's not much to talk about there, but what you're seeing is Velux is on the roof, a chimney, a stove, metal roof sheeting on a small porch and over the ridges, and then you can see Felix is on the other side as well, and you've been stored to the site. So this will all start to make a bit more sense when I go through the plans. So when we're designing buildings, we would say the plan should generate everything to make a good design. So the most important thing is that the plan works first, and then that the building sort of wraps around about that, I guess, in an appropriate way. So we always start with a plan because it's if your plan doesn't work, the whole thing's pointless. So this is your ground, our first stab at your ground floor plan. So hope you can see the cursor, but you would come in from your driveway into this entrance lobby space. You can then go forward into your main hall or left into your utility room. So it's like there'll be two sliding doors in there, so you can leave one closed, leave them open, whatever you like. So in the situation where you come in, you go to the hall. On your right hand side, you have your main bathroom. Ahead of you, you have your one of your extra, I guess, guest bedroom downstairs, and then you also have the stair. The cupboard under the stair facing you as well. You can then go to the left and go into this main space, which has got your kitchen, a nice sort of breakfast bar that would have fridges and things underneath it as well. And then this is door here, this sliding door is designed that if you've got more people around, you can actually open this big space out and make it feel like one big kitchen with all your stuff, or you can close this off when it's just the two of you and have a much smaller kitchen with all the kind of noisy gubbins in your utility room. Off to the side, you see a plant room. We need that for hot water storage and things associated with your heat pumps and underfloor heating. Then into your living space, what we're showing here is your main living space with the corner windows and views, a wood burning stove here, and then this dashed line that you see here actually indicates a bit of where you have the sloping ceiling above. So over here you would have a bit of a higher ceiling going up to a Velux. So that'll be a lovely little space with the corner window and things like that. The other thing is your staircase up. So that is accessed through the living room, through here and up to the upstairs. Now because we're in a story and a half house, wherever the stair goes, it has to arrive in the centre of the house where there's most headroom upstairs. So it's quite limited, but I personally think this works really nicely. I get you can see a Velux above that stair and a Velux above that double height space as well there. So again, it's all up for grabs. This is just a starter for 10. It's always easier to react to a drawing than nothing. Then onto your upstairs plan, you come up the stairs, you've got a roof light in front of you, one behind you in the stair, which will let nice light down into the living room. You can then go left into another sort of second bedroom, which has got 2 Veluxes left and right, and then you can go into the main master bedroom on the other side, which has got a much more generous bedroom, Veluxes that you can see out from the bed, and then on into a private ensuite. What you're seeing here is that double height space, so down to the living room. You've also got storage all the way along both sides, which is high enough to hang clothes in because of that 1.5 story height. And this is obviously a bit of porch space and potentially a bit of loft space up there as well. We're looking at that just now in terms of how you might access that. So then we come on to your elevations. So what you're looking at here is the 4 sides of the house and what they could look like. So if we start on the north side, for you looking at this, it'll be quite handy to have the plans while you look at this, because what you're looking at on this top left picture is your front door, the window into the utility room, the window into the bathroom, and the back window into your living room. So if I go back here, you can see, into that, into the living room. So this one here, that window, and that window. So that's how to sort of interpret these drawings. So then you have your 2 gable ends, which are pretty simple and sort of self-explanatory. What you're seeing there is the side of the entrance porch, and then this is really your nice elevation, the south elevation with the big windows. You've got, this would be your double height space in here, into your living room, into your kitchen, and then the stairs behind here. So hopefully that sort of starts to make sense. But I've got one other thing that I want to show you. So I'm just going to pause this video for a second and pull up another image. Hi there folks, sorry about that little interruption. Yeah, so just on the elevations, these are that they probably describe the house better than the plans to you, I think, a little bit. But in addition to this, then what we started doing was looking at some 3D modelling to try and just explain this to you. So this is what your house could look like. So what you're looking at here is the entrance door. You're seeing the timber cladding, the roof sheets, the Veluxes, the decking out the side, and things like that. So hopefully this is giving you a feel for where we are with this and what it's going to be like. I hope you like it. It's obviously just drawings at the moment, so I think next we need to get up to site with you, have a chat over all this and what you do and don't like, and tweak it from there. I just wanted to get something out to you for the weekend to think through and show to folk and just get opinions and things like that. But I feel like we've made quite good progress in a week. What you have here mostly represents all that's required for a planning application as well. So in addition to this, we still need to write a design statement, which is a 5 or 6 page document just explaining the design ethos and its style and things like that, really to meet the requirements of planning legislation. So it's designed to do that. So that's a little bit of an exercise that takes a little bit of time. I think as well, on reviewing your pre-app this week, I think we're going to have to get an ecologist involved to do an environmental assessment. So that is something additional. I think it's something I want to talk to you about in person, because we can do this. We're just not, it might not be enough for what the council needs. So that might be something extra that you need to look at for your site, but we can help with all that. So it's just something we need to talk about. So yeah, hope you like it. Come back to me with any comments. Nothing's off the table at this point. It really is just drawings. So yeah, I hope you both have a good weekend. Cheers.